Today we are going to show you a simple way to monitor your stream's health using normal household items. The items you will need are a butterfly net, a small tub, an ice cube tray, and a magnifying glass. We will start by taking the butterfly net and dragging it around rocks, along the mud or any vegetation that's growing, along stream banks, anywhere that a macroinvertebrate might be living or clinging onto, so that we can knock him off and into our net to take it for examination. Next, pick up your net and begin to examine what you have caught. Go through the vegetation looking for any snails, crawfish, or any other macroinvertebrates that may be hiding in there. As you can see, there is a macroinvertebrate attached to this rock. Just left of the rock, you can see something that kind of looks slug-like or like a flatworm or leech crawling around. And then continue examining the rest of everything, making sure you find as much as you can. Collect everything from your net and put it into your small tub so that you can examine it better. Here, we actually found a small minnow in ours. Use the ice cube tray to collect and sort everything you find while searching through your tub. If you don't have a butterfly net, you can still find macroinvertebrates by picking up rocks and examining them. This rock has a soft spot like a cocoon. If you pull it apart, you can find a small macroinvertebrate living inside of it. This rock had a lot of macroinvertebrates on it when we flipped it over and looked at the underside. And here's another that was attached to a leaf. When you're done, you should have an ice cube tray full of minnows, crayfish, snails, or other macroinvertebrates that you found. Take some time and examine what you have found. Look at similarities and differences and general characteristics. Use the ice cube tray to collect and sort everything you find while searching through your tub. Now we will use our key to macroinvertebrate life on the river chart to determine what we found today.
Let's try to identify this little critter. Good look. So if we look at our chart, key to the macroinvertebrate life in the river. Shell or no shell? This guy has no shell. So no shell, no legs, or legs. He's got legs. So now 10 or more legs, 4 pairs of legs, 3 pairs of legs. How many? 3. Okay, we're gonna go for 3 pairs of legs. Oops. 3 pairs of legs. Now, wings or no wings? There's no wings on this guy. Does he have leather? No. No wings. No wings. No obvious tails. One or two tails. Or three tails. Let's look again at him. What does he got? Looks like he's got two tails. So he's one or two tails. So does he look like that? Like that? This guy maybe? No. Nah, not quite. Ooh. That could be. Let's look at him again. Which one do you think it is, Austin?
I would go with the Dobson fly larva.
This guy thinks it is. It looks like his arms in the top are bigger than his bottom arms. So I think it's this predaceous diving beetle larva. Alright, let's try another one. It's a different kind of critter. Alright, we're going to go to our chart. So, shells or no shells? I would say no shells. So does he have legs? Legs? No, look at you. Or no legs? Let's look and see. Do we see any legs? I don't see any legs on that guy.
No, no legs.
No legs. So is he microscopic? No, we can see him. Worm-like? Or with tentacles, brushes, or tails? I don't think he had any tail, really.
No,
He's all one.
no tentacles or brushes or tails, and we can see him.
So we're gonna have to put him with the worm-like. So we have suckers. There's a leech, tubiflex worm, flatworm. Oh, he could be a flatworm. Horsehair worm, bristleworm, midge larva, or a nematode. Flatworm, I think is what we're going to say he is. Alright, good job. Okay, so we have this chart to try to identify if we have a healthy stream or not. And we can kind of tell whether we have a healthy stream depending on what kind of critters we find in the stream. And so if we find a lot of the group 4 critters, then we probably have an unhealthy stream because they're very tolerant of pollutants. And then we move up to group 3 where they're semi-tolerant of pollutants, that they'll allow, they can handle some pollutants in there, like sediment or phosphorus or, nutrients. Group 2, like crayfish, mussels, these kinds of critters. Cletus fly, that they're semi-sensitive to pollutants. That they can tolerate a little bit, but not a lot. And then our group 1 critters, which we found the Dobson fly larva in, is very sensitive to pollutants. So if we find these critters, that means that the stream is healthy and in a good shape. So to officially do this, you would tally up the amount of critters you find from each group, and they're kind of weighted, so you see them times by 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you would divide them and whatnot as to whether or not you have a healthy stream. And so we can just do it by figuring out which critters we're finding in the stream.